All right. So the party moves through the night gloom across the bridge that went to this particular fortress onto another plateau. And looking back, they will see they will see flames beginning to rise from the fortress, and hear the howls of orcs hard pressed against the flames. Still, you move on, dodging groups of townfolk that rise to gather and watch the fire until you reach the apothecary and slip into the interior. Once inside, you will be met by obviously the friend of Legolas, and he can bestow healings upon you as well with salves and treatments, giving everyone one wound back as well. So that would be 3 total wounds everyone would have back after that.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
So in that explanation or description, sorry, did it say that the orcs and the badness is chasing us?
No.
Coming after us? Okay.
It's like the
They're
castle's on
trapped in
fire.
they're trapped in the fortress, and the fortress is on fire. You don't know how it got on fire,
Gotcha.
but somehow it's a flame.
That's okay. I just misheard. Somehow I thought that it was like coming for us, and I was like, should we try to warn these villagers?
No, they're
Probably
just kind of
orc
watching
siege
it.
engines.
They're watching it burn, and they don't see any orcs leaving it. So the orcs might go either below or get burned up, whoever's left. But no, so you're good that evening to lay low within inside the apothecary. And Milo is trying to shake his stomach sickness and fever through the treatments of the apothecary. And by morning, however, he is feeling a little better, enough that he feels like he can travel. And probably it would be wise at this particular point to leave the town as quickly as possible. Talisrit, you you have been told, remember, by Legolas of the Brown Clearing,
Right.
where you were going to meet with him. Assuming if you slip out of here, you can head toward Mirkwood, which is where you were going to have to cross anyway. So in the morning, you can slip from the town in the early dawn. The mist's still heavy in the sink, and take the road east toward Mirkwood. By midday, you will be fully within the Anduin Vale, and the darkness felt by the Misty Mountains slacks a bit as spring here is in full form. Armir leads the troop, and Talisrit beside him, and the day passes without incident. And that evening, you find a place along a brook to camp, and can raise a standard fire, gathering there to have a bit of a meal and talk amongst yourselves as you wish to, if you like. Up to you.
Does everybody know about the note that was in
I
that
was just
pouch?
thinking about that.
Because that's
Yeah.
some major knowledge we got to tell Legolas.
Yeah, I think at this point, because I assume Inzil's the one who picked it up. Probably would have said something early on about it, being like, "Hey, we need to make haste and go warn them that they know what the plan is." So
Right. Everyone is pretty much in agreement with that. Here, obviously, Talisrit, you're looking to move forward
Indeed.
as
Who
quickly
needs
as
sleep?
possible. But obviously, I mean, you could move by yourself. Technically, you and Karen there could move with haste to leave the party, but probably not something
What
you
say
would.
you, Karen Thayer? Is it worth splitting the party?
Definitely not, because we're going to be relying strictly on your tracking skills. I won't be
No.
much help in that area.
That's a terrible idea.
Though I trust in your skills.
Stay
very well.
together. I have moderate survival, but nothing that would actually yeah, so we'll stay together.
But try to get an early start, obviously, as you're
Of
looking
course.
to move as quickly as possible. and Armir will discuss the fire a bit. Do you think the orcs set their own layers of fire? Perhaps the eye drove them mad.
That's a good possibility.
You never can tell with orcs.
I don't know
Sometimes
that
they
the
just
eye
like to
drove
burn
them mad.
things.
Yeah, my feeling would be that the power of the eye that was controlling the orcs was severely diminished, and that's what caused the fire. No one to guard the eye anymore. I say eye. He doesn't know it's an eye, but
I guess this is an excuse, huh? Stranger things.
A dead orc's
I-
a good orc.
Strum a little tune to help put us to sleep so we can sleep well and get up early the next morning.
All right, and no other
Probably
tales to
even
tell?
before the sun is fully risen.
I can tell a little tale.
All right.
I say I think I've got it broken up into 5 or 6 parts now. So Caranthir will start and ask how many know the tale of the Silmarils.
I feel like I should, and yet I don't.
Not I, but I'm willing to listen as I pack my pipe and light it up.
Okay, let me. So Caranthir steps back and takes off his cowl, takes off his hood. He says, the beginning of the first age was marked by the awakening of the elves, the elder children of the Iluvatar, upon the shores of Cuvanen. They were
I try
discovered
to
by
add the appropriate music behind.
Ah, nice.
Instrumental accompaniment, sort of reading his mood.
They were discovered by Aroma, and the great changes came about. The Valar battled against Melkor and besieged his fortress Utumno that was destroyed, while Melkor was brought in chains to Valinor. When Middle-earth became freed from his grasp, the elves were invited by the Valar to the west, and many answered this summon of the great journey, but some chose to remain in Middle-earth, namely the Nandor and their descendants, the Sylvan elves of Mirkwood and Lothlorien, and the Sendar, who would become the elves of the shore of the west. The Sendar were called Grey Elves by the Noldorian exiles because they were neither elves of the light, having never set foot in the Undying Lands, nor Avari, the wild elves of darkness, who never attempted the great journey, and therefore cannot be counted among the Eldar. When the great journey of the elves ended, and they finally came to and settled down in Aman, the significant period of peace followed. Melkor was imprisoned in the halls of Mandos, and the Eldar dwelt in the bliss of the 2 trees of Valinor. Middle-earth was still covered in the darkness under the stars, but since they were untroubled by evil, the Arvran and the Sindarian elves, a newly awakened race of dwarves, dwelt there, building their civilizations and prospering.
Intriguing. That seems like a long time ago for sure.
It was a long time ago.
Is this something you honestly remember, Caranthir?
I do. I was born in the year of the trees, but I was not in the first born of the elves. By my recollection, I am 4th generation from the first elves.
I see. So, to you, the Noldor, you do not consider one of Talisreith's people to be Eldar?
No, the Eldar are strictly the name given by
string breaks on my lute. Oh, sorry.
No, he is certainly an elf like me. But the term Eldar was given by Aroma just to those who took the great journey.
I see. Well, an interesting tale. Something to think on as we sleep, no?
As I introduced who Melkor was, I had a feeling when I was in that tower, facing down that giant fiery eye.
Well, you can get a faded point for your tail.
Okay.
And the next day, the party will leave early at the behest of Talazrit before dawn.
It's
And
been
after
2
a
nights,
long walk,
right?
what's that?
It's been 2 nights since we fled the,
That is correct. 2 sleeps. Yeah.
so
Yeah,
I get a
so
wound back.
I think
It-
Inzel gets 1 a day. She
I'm
doesn't
fine.
feel-
I'm great.
Good.
And it's been a long time since I had a burn wound. Do they heal at the same rate that physical wounds do?
They do.
Okay.
So what is your resilience?
My resilience is 9.
Oh yeah, so you get back 1 and you'd have it back at this particular point.
Okay.
I know that I get 1 back every 2 days, but remind me how that's calculated.
10 minus
That's-
your resilience.
Yeah, 10 minus your resilience. That's the number of days it takes to heal
Oh,
1.
so my resilience is now 10.
So yeah,
So you
get
get
1 a
back
day.
1 a day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when we were playing in Conan and Murph, he'd go like 5 or 6 days before he got that burn wound back.
Well, that's what I was saying last week when I was like, when I joked, I was like, I keep thinking in Conan when you never got hit points. It took
Mhm.
forever
Yeah.
to
Right.
heal a wound in that game. And it was like,
Yeah, everyone here has a pretty high resilience for sure,
yeah.
comparatively. Because obviously these characters were translated from MERP, and then
Savage Worlds.
they went to Savage Worlds, and then they went from Savage Worlds to this, and that upped all the resiliences, because obviously in a standard system you'd start at 5 on all ability scores, and you could adjust those with 3 points, but still you're not going to have 9s or 10s. So
Well,
yeah.
we're also 8th level.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't affect resilience. Remember, resilience is never something that goes up unless you're using your level bonuses to go up. The only thing that can go up from your skills being higher are mental and physical, because there's no skill that's adds to resilience.
Yeah, because there's only like 1 or 2 times that you'd ever be able to raise it.
Right. All right.
Anyway,
After another long
sorry.
walk, Talazrit, you know that you have friends in this area, and it would be possible to stop there on your way through. It's a small Bjorning settlement where you have traveled at times in the past, and you can aim for that settlement if you like, to get yourself another rest there. Obviously it would cost you a little bit of time, but you're going to have to stop most likely anyway. So it's really up to you how you want to, if that's the stop you want to take.
How would you feel about a night not under the stars? Perhaps a more comfortable bed.
Sounds good to me.
We must
Don't
make
say no to
haste to
that.
Legolas, but he wouldn't want us dead on our feet as we arrived. So,
All right.
a
You
hot
go
meal and
to,
better sleep.
you are greeted. You can see some tall Bjornings come forth. Obviously the Bjornings are big folk, but they are not comparatively to the Noldor, I suppose, but still big for human stock. Very mountain many kind of people.
Giant.
There are 10 in total in the small encampment, more like a family unit. They greet Talazrit very fairly, and everyone
Hell.
with him. They treat you to a fine meal featuring honey, fresh bread, venison pie, and spring berries. And you are also given rooms for the night with comfortable beds made of goose down and homespun quilts, and
Nice.
are able to spend an evening there. The men are taken to a section where they can sleep, and Inzel, you are taken by the women to sleep in another area. And you can see Inzel, the Bjorning women, they fuss over you quite a lot, asking you particular questions about who you are, where you're from, stuff like that. When they see you, they seem quite taken with you once your face is revealed. They tease you a little bit concerning your relationships to the various male members of the party, and if there's anything happening there. They do mention that the human amongst you is quite handsome. Obviously, Armir has dangerous beauty, so he is a handsome guy, and that's a cousin of theirs from the Northern Vale. Talked of him staying the winter in their village, and that he broke many hearts there when he left to pass back west over the Misty Mountains in the spring thaw. In their villages to the north, he was known as Ramo, meaning the storm, because he was said to throw lightning at his opponents, as well as making the hair on many ladies stand on end when he looked upon them. But
Oh,
I will. I
Oh,
may have to tease him about that a little bit.
you're gonna tease him about it?
Yeah, give him the nickname Heartbreaker, you know?
And you got to fill the rest of us in so we can all call him Ramo.
Oh, of course.
Ramo. It's called the Storm, not the Heartbreaker, but okay. Ramo is Cinderin for the Storm, but okay, if you say so. Yeah.
Oh, he has froze on me.
Uh-oh. Are you still there, Simon? Or Simon's frozen? Yeah.
Yeah, he's not moving.
Yep, just Simon.
When he's not late, he's broken.
We'll see if he pops back through. That's that main
Internet.
main internet. Way up in the north.
Yeah, but he's not off grid, so he shouldn't be.
Right? I wonder if he'll come back.
Nope, lost him completely.
While we're waiting, I saw this picture a couple days ago on Facebook, so I thought I'd post it. It's pretty
Okay,
sweet.
well,
It's in the chat.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Where's
chat.
that in the chat?
In the
Yeah.
chat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have the edition of the thing that has them talking.
Yeah, I don't have a
Nice.
special edition of the thing. I just have the regular one.
Really? That's surprising, Brent.
Well, or if I do, I've never like seen the special features, I guess.
Oh. Yeah, I watched it the first time I got it.
I've watched all the special features on the Big Trouble, but not that one.
I've got that. I still don't have Escape from New York though. I've got Escape from LA, but I don't have Escape from New. And there's a new edition out of it too. I should be getting it, but of course right now I don't have any money. But
Yeah, no, I didn't know there was a special edition of that one.
yeah, they just released it not too long ago, surprisingly.
Mark might be the only one who knows. Anybody know who the girl that he meets up with in the little coffee shop, the first girl that he meets there, the little scavenger lady, who she is?
Oh, dang it. I can't think of her name.
Well, that is Kurt Russell's first wife.
Oh really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Her last name's Hubley. I forget her first name.
Hey, sorry
Hey,
about
he's
that.
back.
That was weird.
Yeah. All right. You get up the next morning. The women still cajoling you, Inzel. Pestering you for details.
Oh, I'm gonna teach them about the henna stuff.
Okay.
I feel
Yeah,
like
you
that
can
they
do
would
that.
they would really enjoy that. So during the night, I'll teach them about henna and all that.
All right. I like it. Yeah, they seem quite intrigued by it. Do you gift them any of your henna
Oh
equipment
yeah,
before you
yeah. I wouldn't teach them about it and then not give them any.
Yeah.
That'd be mean.
All right.
So good luck
yeah, they
finding that
seem-
stuff.
Yeah.
they seem quite taken with it. Well, you can give them obviously pigments are something that they could find and use. So,
Yeah.
they could hum a few bars of finding different berry juices and stuff like that they could probably utilize it with to make it. you can see they're quite intrigued by it. Some of them saying that they had heard, obviously the wild men across the Misty Mountains are known for tattooing themselves, but not stuff that could be removed that they've heard of. But it's not something that Bjornings normally do, but they do seem to like it a lot. So when everybody does get up in the morning, you can see a couple of women have henna tattoos and stuff when they come out to serve and make breakfast. You can
That's
raise an
awesome. You
eyebrow
just
at
like
that.
change the culture.
Yeah.
Like in 100 years, that shit's gonna be every day.
Oh yeah. New fashion statement, you know.
Now we just
Right?
need to get them to grow beards.
They probably could.
Yeah, if any humans could, it'd be these ladies.
Yeah.
Right, the Bjornings. Nevertheless, you have a good breakfast, and then leave that morning, and can move along. I suppose you could make some statement to the army if you wanted to while you walk.
I'll just greet him saying, hey, Rhun, how's it going?
He perks up. I see the ladies have talked, no?
Uh-huh. Yes, they have.
Yes, was a name they gave for me in the north of Anjouan.
Uh-huh. I
I
hear
went
you were quite popular with the ladies.
I suppose, although my heart it lies somewhere else. Huh?
Ah.
Your claim
But yeah.
stretches now on both sides of the Misty Mountains.
Nevertheless, you move on. That day, the wind picks up a little bit and clouds roll in. And by late afternoon, a rain shower begins to fall, darkening the day before you finally begin to come to the Anduin, the great river. And the Anduin, of course, is where
the Fellowship breaks.
Well, yeah, but no, and the Anduin is where the ring. I think that's where the ring is lost in the Anduin, is it not?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
think that Anduin Vale is where what's his name gets killed. Yeah. Anyway, so this somewhere along this line is where your three blades
Isildur.
Yeah, Isildur and his sons died, or his sons. Yeah, they all died right in the Anduin. So Armor finds you a dryish spot in an old stone ruin, and you can sleep there, knowing you'll have to ford the area the next day. And over the course of that night, you can see through the day as the rain kicks up, after Inzil's talking with Armir, you can see he seems in great thought through the course of the day, and then he breaks into a tale as well that evening. You can accompany this, Simon, if you want to. So
Absolutely.
You're always ready with that loot, that fine loot of yours. And he says, on the western shores of the great inner sea of Rhun, the Dorwin Rim have lived since before word of the Dunedain kingdoms of the west were heard of. There, my people raised sheep and planted figs and dates and created wines from mighty orchards that span the green hills of the western coast. I was raised in such an orchard, one that shared a border with the estate of one of the Sindar elves, who had been among us since before our history. That great house was like a white beacon of stone among the slopes overlooking the crashing seas below. And often I would slip the boundary of my father's lands to walk among the unspoiled greenery of the elven estate. It was there, in my 17th year, that I met the daughter of Donalain, Lord of the White Stone, who had come to the shores of Rhun with the blue wizard Polando in the Second Age. Her name was Brynwicka, and she was as fair as the flowers that overlook the dry northern steppes in the spring. To me, She was my age in beauty and in spirit, but it is only now I fully realize that she had seen 1,000 springs before the dawn of my family tree had even taken root unto the soil of Middle Earth. Still, she would entertain me, as though a child, with music and tales of lost Beleriand, where her father had walked among the Noldor in the mighty battles against Morgoth before the sundering of the world. For 3 beautiful years I sat with her under the eaves of ancient white stone until Easterlings rose from across the lake, their wains and horses driving my people before them with a rage like nothing we had seen in countless peaceful years before. The Easterling is a master of mounted combat, only to be rivaled by the Rohirrim of the West, and they are deadly with the bow from horseback as well. My father was called to arms, as were my brothers. So too I joined them to defend our borders against the dark wave that swept ever westward. It was a bloody affair. I saw my brothers and father fall in that year, and so would all of our people had not Donalion and his followers joined the battle and turned the tide. It was then that I first understood what Bryn Wicca truly was, as she fought alongside her kin with javelin and spear, and terrible they were in their wrath against the Easterlings. And when at last the horde was turned back and the endless plains from which they had come, Bryn Wicca was changed. No longer did she hold the harp or the musings of her sagely upbringing, but here instead a tinder had been set aflame in her heart, and she longed to journey in the world like her people had before the coming of the sun, when the world was all in shadow. And it was then that she took me as her companion, and we left the vineyards and gardens, and I had nothing to go home to that was left, and set out for the green wood, far to the west and the misty mountains beyond. That was a decade ago, and Bryn Wicca left me, halves that time gone, to go to the Grey Havens, as she found my companionship to be as on the side that would compromise her immortality. And so I never saw her again, and yet I stayed in the east until I met Talisrit under the green boughs. And that is
that song indeed.
I may very well have encountered your Bryn Wicca at some point in the Grey Havens.
This is possible. But I
You've
fear
encountered about everyone, dude. You've lived longer than
All right. So you hear that tale, the evening passes, and everyone is a little gloomier for it, I suppose. And the next day breaks with the same gloom, and the mighty river steams in the morning as though releasing ghosts from its surface, and it takes most of the day to get to the Gambo ferry, but you make it to the far side of the Anduin before nightfall, staying in the crossing inn where you take food and drink and spend time around a central fire pit. Eyes are often on you, but these folk are also mostly Bjorning stock, so they do not seem nefarious in any fashion. Are you still covering your face for the most part at this point, Enzo?
Yeah, for the most part. Not like being super careful about it or anything, but just like a general, hood up, but not anything beyond that. Not like bowing the head or anything. So.
Right. But you draw very little attention then if you keep your cowl up. No one's trying to get a look. And on day 5, if this matters to anyone that is healing, the sun is out in the following morning. And after breaking your fast at the crossing inn, you set out toward the Great Wood. An hour after beginning your journey, you begin to encounter heavier trees. And by midday, Talisrit informs you that you have entered the southern reaches of the Great Forest. You continue to
Behold,
make
the southern reaches of the great forest.
excellent. Uh, you continue to make for a pace that the place that Talosrit knows, the brown clearing. For the forest seems to darken by the minute, and the trees go tall and black, and the canopy blocks light from the forest floor. Yet somehow giant dark ferns make everything feel very close within, and swarms of insects buzz in mass that you pass through, and all sounds seem dampened other than the cutting of squirrels high up in the eaves. You are unsure of the time as gloom slowly gives way to utter blackness, and you are forced to bring forth torches, and your lantern, Joe, must be lit to follow what seems like little more than an ancient game trail of which Talosrit leads you. But Talosrit pulls you ever on, sensing something is amiss, but senses something that is amiss about the trail, calling you each to a halt, just before a few black-shafted arrows whiz past the party, and the ferns shiver, and orcs with painted yellow fangs upon their helmets and shields burst forth along the path. You detected the ambush because you guys have high enough awarenesses, but that still means that orcs are about. Yes,
I
Talosrit.
smell orc.
Well, and so if
Wait.
we're going around the southern part of Mirkwood, then are we near Dolgolder?
Yes.
Okay.
That's where the necromancer, or not the necromancer, the wizard that you guys just burned down his fortress that had the beast that flew. He would fly.
Yeah.
He flew to Dolgolder.
Back and forth.
Yeah. So you're somewhere. That's where you're trying to get here, so you can warn the party, obviously, that it is known within them that.
Yeah, it's going to be swarming with orcs. Oh, by the way, I like the throwing in of the blue wizard in that story. That was nice.
Polando, yeah. Thank you. Oddly enough, I'm not the first person that has used a blue wizard in one of their origin tales, although I'm the only person that knows that tale at this current point. Yeah, I love the blue wizards. Anyway, in total, they begin coming out, so it's going to be an init for everyone. So we'll have you guys roll those. Let me see what's going on. I roll as low as I can, which is a 5 for Armir. His mind is still elsewhere on the Fairbryn Wicca that took her back to the Grey Havens.
Milo got a 6 + 3, 9.
Does the fact that we detected the ambush give any kind of bonus to our initiative?
It doesn't. It just allows you.
No, it lets us to roll a nit, period. Otherwise, they get a free attack on us.
Exactly.
All right, fair enough. Just checking.
Drama got a 12.
Got it. Karen
10.
Oh, sorry, Insil 10. Karen Thier.
Karen Thier gets the 10.
Nice.
Talosrit.
6.
Hey, you still beat poor old Armir, lost in his thoughts. And the orcs pull down a big 9. So we'll see how it goes. So the first person to go is Dromer. You can see orcs pour out of the foliage, obviously making them available to you as you choose.
Yep, he's got to wade into one.
What are you using? Axe, sword?
No, he's going to use that. He's going to use that new axe.
All right. Swack. Are you wearing any of the spider silk or anything that you had collected, Inzil?
Yeah. I think she's wearing the spider silk. I don't think she's wearing the gloves at this point, but
okay. I'm sure the ladies would have, the Bjorning women would have caught over those. Yeah.
Going through my wardrobe.
What's seeing you get dressed in the morning? Yeah. So what'd you get?
Rolled a 4 to hit, so I
should hit. Slash 1.
Let's see, for 7, 10, 15 points.
15, that's a kill. Drop him. Leave 1 down. Next person to go is Karen Thier. We'll take next. There's 2 10s, so
I'll attack 1. And I got a 4 to hit, so that hits.
Is this with what do you have? Do you have quick?
No.
Okay, so we assume you didn't have your blade out.
Oh, so I
That's
draw
probably-
my blade.
Okay, unless you wanted, you could attack with a staff if you wanted to, but that's your choice.
No, I'll pull the blade out.
All right, you draw that. Inzil.
Vilia Salka.
I should probably pull my sword out as well.
You've got
Be a
quick
good
though,
idea.
right?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, all right. She pulls hers out. Then it is Milo and then theirs.
Oh,
Can I roll a
Stealth and try to get into the brush.
yeah, stealth?
Yeah, you can try.
I got a 9 in that, so
You're going to be at -2.
I got a
because
2.
of the situation. So, but yeah,
So I
you're
easily made it.
small. Slip away beneath some of the ferns, and you can see a couple of the orcs come up. Oh God! Like,
Where'd he
like
go?
I knew there was somebody here. I swear.
Thought I saw someone here.
Fool! You let us into nothing. All right. So we'll assign the rest of them because it's theirs. This is important for certain situations. So let's see who they're going for here. We're going to take them in groups of 2 just to make it easier. Okay, so the first one wants Talsrit. That's 2 of them. Jump you. Kill the elf. 2 more on
don't kill
Talsrit.
the elf.
2 more. So 4 swarm out. They come out either side on Talsrit, who had just held up his hand to pause the party. That's the max that it can attack you, though. I guess that's good. Dromer, 2 more come out to the looking over their body of their slain brother. 2 on Milo. I'm gonna say those are the 2 that don't know where. They're looking around, but they can't find you. Where'd he go?
Here.
The next one, no, they're not.
Find the
Army.
halfling.
He is of great importance. And Inzil is yeah, that'll be Inzil, and I gotta do this. And then the last. And these will be on Armor too. So Armor's got 4 on him too, but 2 of them are bowmen. So I'll take the bows first. These are 2 arrows coming in at Inzil. What's your non-modified? Obviously, DT currently is it
2.
2, and they both missed by 1. Double 6s, double 5s would have hit, but I got double 6s. The next 2 are 2 arrows coming in at Armor. They both missed. More black shafted arrows come in. So those 4 are not currently engaged in melee combat, but Talsrit's also swarmed at this point. Probably doesn't matter. 4 on Talsrit, and that will take your DT down by 2. What's your current DT?
3.
So it's 1. So they need 6s. 4, 7, 7, 6. So 2 hits. Talsrit. The first one doing 5. What do you do? A 4 and a 1.
Not too bad. I deflect most of that, turn off it.
And the next one gets a 13. Not sure if that'll hit you or not.
Yeah, that's a wound. Sneaks
Slash.
through with his are they shooting at me or they're just fight? They're right on it. Melee.
They're right. There's 4 melee guys on you. So a scimitar comes through, a orcish scimitar.
Nasty looking. Like, gonna get an infection.
Dromer, you don't have any negatives, so you're at 4, I think, on your DT. So you're fine.
Oh, yeah.
A 10 and a 7, they're gonna miss you anyway. 2 Milo on Milo, they're both looking around, can't find you. They'll move on next round. And 2 on Armir, 5 and an 8, missed. There's a lot of swinging, moving,
Ding,
blades
ding,
coming
ding,
up,
ding.
arrows whizzing past. And then it is Talsrit. So you're
I
You
I
have quick,
have
so
to
get yourself-
basically melee these guys, right? I mean, I'm not gonna.
yeah, you can't fire like hail out of them. Not when
Right.
4
So-
guys are on. You're doing everything you can to keep yourself alive at this moment.
Is there any way that I can I'm trying to picture the terrain. Is there any way to get them so they can't all attack me at once? Like, can I like roll out of there, like forego my attack and roll out of there and get my back against a big rock or something? So they're like,
what do the boots give you?
acrobatics, +5 to acrobatics.
With athletics, yeah, I think is what it comes up. I might have written
But
acrobatics.
you
but
wrote
it's
acrobatics, but
yeah, athletics is what it, but that is what you use to use an acrobatic attack. So yes, you could
Gotcha.
use that. If you successfully do it, you could say you could get your back to a great tree or something. So you could limit the amount of, only 2 could hit you instead of 4.
right.
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 And pull up your roll. Yeah, so make a roll on
Okay.
athletics.
So I don't have it. I rolled a 5.
Right, but the boots give you a 5.
Yeah,
The boots give
automatically
me
5.
5. So that's 10.
Plus your no. So you're
No,
trying to
sorry.
get 5 or less, right? So you're good. It gives you a 5 skill.
Oh, it gives me a 5. Okay.
5
Gotcha.
in athletics.
So
So
I-
and then
and I
that would
rolled
be
a 5,
modified
so
by your
yeah.
physical, obviously. So yeah, you should be probably a 6 or a 7. It's probably got
Yeah,
what you got.
7.
So you roll out of it, come up, draw out your blade. It glows green in the gloom, and you can see the orcs are curse and move towards you, but you've got the tree behind you now, so only 2 of them could hit you next round. Yes,
Right.
and
Cool.
that brings your defensive threshold back up as well to 3. Good move.
Nice.
All right, Armir. He'll just attack one of the 2 on him, even though he's got archers shooting at him. He can't deal with them at the moment, so he'll just 1, 4, no critical, but probably gonna slay this dude, which he does. Cuts him down with Aeglian, his blade. You can see he lights up with a little bit of electricity. Ramo, the storm has come to the Greenwood.
Angel's like over there laughing at it.
Snickering to herself. All right.
I see now. I see. Yeah.
He's going to
then-
remo that sword up their asses.
All right. So he's the last person to go. So we're going to go back to the top of the order. Dromer. There are 2 on
Alright.
you.
That is a 4 again, so that hits. For 14.
14 damage.
Yep.
Just missed killing him by 1 point. But you did wound him. He takes a step back. You're paid, wolf. Meat's back on the menu, boys. And after Dromer, there is Caranthier.
So Caranthier is not engaged. Where are
He is
all the
not
archers?
engaged. There are 4 archers out in the woods somewhere. You'd have to make an awareness. To
Oh,
find
they're
them.
all like in
Yeah,
different
there's somewhere.
places.
Their stuff's coming in. Yeah.
Gotcha. I will come up behind the 2 that are stacked behind Talisrit. And
Okay.
attack those.
Nice.
Because they're just waiting to get in.
Okay.
So swing
I
with
love it.
the 7. What's it? They have a DT.
They have no DT.
Okay.
Classic pincer maneuver.
So this +3. 9, 5, and 3 is 14, 17 points.
Nice.
9, 5. You must have put a point into it to get the extra damage.
No, I rolled a 9 and a 5, and then I got the +3 on the sword.
+3. Oh, I thought 3 was the die. Yeah. So yeah, you kill one.
Yeah.
Slash. The other one turns towards you. Elf scum. As you slash one down. Inzil. They're firing at you from. There are a couple that are firing at you with bows, but you'd have to make an awareness to go find them in the trees, or you could attack somebody else.
Yeah, I
But
think
you're
I'm
not
gonna.
engaged.
I think I'm gonna do an awareness and try to find out where that's coming from.
Okay, you're -2 on your awareness. So
Well, I don't see anything.
you're spinning around trying to.
I rolled a 10.
Where'd you all go?
I don't see them.
I got dust in my eye. Ugh.
They must be moving. You're laughing too hard at Armir. The next person to go is Milo. So the 2 guys are beginning to move. They're starting to move on from you, Milo. They couldn't see you.
Okay, can I try and find one of the archers?
Oh yeah, make an awareness.
Easy
bastard.
2.
He's sneaking under a little hobbit moving underneath the ferns. Yeah, you can find one. You can see he's drawn out another arrow, taking a
I'm gonna
bead on
give him-
Insel. Oh.
I'm gonna give him the stick in the back.
He's got a
in
short
the
sword in his
spine.
mouth as he's crawling.
Low crawl. Should have used low crawl.
Use low crawl.
Okay, I got a 9 base and they're what?
They got nothing. They got nothing.
Nothing?
No detail.
Oh god. This poor you poor bastard. An 8, which will hit.
Yep.
And then the crit is a 10. So he's gone.
Dead.
Instant death.
He didn't stuck it right in the back of the neck, probably right into his brain. He didn't even know he's dead. Jerks and falls over.
He doesn't even make a noise when he dies. It's so quick. And then it is theirs. So Talsrit, you still have 2 on you, but you're got a normal DT, so they need 4s or less now. A 3 and a 4, of course. That's just your luck. The first one does 10. Don't know if that hurts
That's
you or
a
not.
miss. No, I
Yeah.
deflect does not do it.
And the next one does 14.
That is a wound. God, so they keep coming at me, these 2 at once. God.
Yeah. The one turns around against Caranthir and is going to take a shot at him. Die, high elf. 2.
Ooh.
He's gonna and he does 14 points.
Yep, that's a wound.
As he slash drives you back a step. That's for his buddy. 2 on Dromer. They need 3s or less. An 8 and a 4. Nope. His dwarven armor holds up against that. Pang, pang. The 2 on Milo are going to somebody else. They're going after Caranthir. So we'll take these 2 on Caranthir. So 2 more on Caranthir. They just move up this round, so they don't get the extra bonus against you, but and an 8 and a 9, so they're not going to hit you anyway. 1 bowman shooting at Enzo. A 4, it's going to hit. It does 10 points.
Okay.
Flashes across through your hood. 2 against Armir. A 2 and a 7. The 2's going to hit. And he did 17 points. That's a wound.
Wow.
And then the one actual fighting Armir gets an 8. He blocks that away. So then we go to Talsrit.
Well, I have my sword out. I
Yes,
assume.
you do.
And I'm gonna put a CCV in there, and I'm gonna try to push. So I have 2 wounds. That doesn't affect my attack yet, right?
It does. 2 wounds does, but you've got your true skill is higher than that. What's your true skill for the weapon?
For melee 8.
So it's you're +1 over it. Is that right?
+1 over
What?
What?
Okay, we're gonna go over this again. What? I know. What is your combat melee RS?
7.
Okay. Then in gray, what's the TS on combat melee?
8.5, but 8.
8. So yeah, you're +1. So that +1 negates the wounds. So you're good. You're 7 or less is what you need. Yep.
Okay. 6. So that is a hit. And I said I was going to push, right?
You said you were going to push and you put in an extra, so you're 40-10 on this dude.
Yes. Probably way more than 8, hopefully. 7. 9 is 16. 18. And 22.
So you slash him, he spins around. You can see even before he hits the ground, you can see fern bits are sprouting out of his body as he falls into the chone.
Evil.
That is an evil blade. The next person to go is Armir. He's going to try to kill the last one on him. And he hits him with a 4. +6 on it. Kills him. Runs him through. Armir's having a pretty good day. He just needed to think about his ex-love, and now he's killing everything. The
sheer unadulterated anger.
Right. The spite. Dromer,
the-
top of the order.
Drummer. That's a 2, so that hits. What was that? 15 points.
Killed him. He falls over into the ferns. Next person to go is Karen Thier.
Another one on me.
You got 3 of them on you currently.
6 will hit. That's +3. Oh God, 7.
That
Total.
doesn't even hurt. Clang! He blocks that away with his shield,
Rolled
his
a 4 and a
yellow
1.
fang shield. Inzil, you're still spinning around looking for the archer.
I'm gonna give up that
Darkness.
pursuit, and I'm gonna. I guess I'll go help the elves.
Okay, so you're going after one of them on Karen Thier, I assume, since he's got
Yeah.
3. All right.
That's a 7.
All right. Slash. They have no DT, so you hit.
Okay. 8.
That's still a wound. At least you hurt him.
That's good.
Yeah. What? You'll pay for that. Human scum. Then it goes to Milo.
Can
You're
I
s-
make an awareness roll and then another stealth roll to try and sneak up behind another archer?
Yes, you can, because you're
Yeah.
currently in the dark and you are not heard. So yeah, and they're not together. So
So my awareness roll, I've got a 9, and you said I'm at -2, right? So I
2.
need a
Yep,
7
so
or
it's
less.
7.
And I got a 3 for that.
Okay, you see one. And the
And
other one that was
then
firing on Enzo.
My stealth is 9, and I got a 5 for that. So
All right. Slide up behind
so,
him.
yep, he's gonna get it
Knocking
too.
another black arrow. All right. So that puts you up on him, but you would attack him next round.
Right, that was what I was assuming.
Yep. Yep. So you're up on him. The next person to go then is Talsrit. Well, you pushed.
No,
you
I
don't get
pushed, so I
Armir, he's
brandished
gonna
my
make
sword
a,
menacingly.
he's gonna make a awareness check to find the guy's trying to fire on him. And he does so with a 3. You can see he holds up Aglian, and he's going to throw an arced double bolt off of it. And that will use all of my CCV for the day.
Wow.
And I'll do 2 mediums.
Oh, how do we get CCV back? I wasn't adding that in.
You
We've been out.
just you sleep.
You just
Oh,
sleep.
okay, so I'd be full. So now I'm down 1. All right.
So he hit 1 with a 1, which cost him, well, technically it cost him with him, but it's coming out of his swords, so he doesn't get that, but he does hit twice. First one. Oh, you can see there's a thunder crack. And one is heavily wounded, but not dead. And
Question
the other
is,
one is blown to bits.
since that
There
comes
were
out
the
of
2 on him.
since that comes out of his sword, would that
Yep.
be considered a critical since he's not using CCV?
Right, because I don't get the free CCV. So yeah, you're probably right. So let's see if it could
It
be a
could
critical.
be.
Yeah,
It could
I
be.
have to confirm it. 9, I did not confirm it. But yeah, you're
just
right,
just a
Joe.
thought.
Yep. And then it goes top of the order, Dromer.
Oh.
Still have 1 on you.
Oh, shit. That's a 9. That'll hit. Ew, he's not gonna like that. It's 21 points.
Yeah, he's dead. You lop his head off. It spins away into the brush. You hear it roll away somewhere into some tangle of roots. Then it is Karen Thier.
Okay. Try to get past that orc armor. Hit with a 2. And this +3. God damn. 6. Last round I rolled a 4 and a 1. This round I rolled a 3 and a 1.
He just keeps it up. Clang, clang.
I've never seen such a skilled orc.
Inzil.
All right.
Super orc.
You've
I'm
got the
gonna put
wounded
some,
orc
high.
on you.
I'm gonna put
2
some
hits,
fire
no
into this
damage.
one.
All right. The blade glows blue with blue flames coming off of it.
So that's a 6. 13. 18. 22.
22. That is death. He burns up from the inside. You can see flame comes out his eyes and his mouth.
Oh,
You drive the blade through.
Cool.
Yeah.
His eyes explode.
Like little grapes in a fire.
Yeah, got little flaming bits of jelly going everywhere.
And then Milo, you get your attack.
Okay. Let's see. I got a 9, so and I got a 4 to hit.
Alright.
And the critical is a 2,
+2 damage.
so +5 damage. And I do 7 + 5, 12 points.
That is 1 wound. Ugh. He turns around. What the?
Yeah, too bad he's got a bow in his hand.
Right, and he doesn't have quick, so it's gonna take him. He
So
tried
he's
to
gonna get
strangle
cut
you with the
again.
bow, whip you with the bow.
Ah, ah.
The
It
next
was
person
the
to-
Dukes. It was the Dukes.
It is him. So he's gonna try to smack you with his bow. A 1.
No.
He's gonna return
Of
the favor
course.
with a critical.
Unbelievable.
2. It is a critical.
Oh no.
Yikes.
And an 8.
That's
That
heavy.
is
Ouch.
+2d10. So he
I
does.
got 12 faded points, so I'm gonna fate that.
Okay.
Well, it's probably only a D10.
I
It
don't
is.
care. I don't want
it's-
wounded.
Okay, let me roll it. Hold on.
He's got a family to think of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He's
Yeah,
got 2 kids.
I
He's
got
got a kid and another one on the way.
Yeah, another one on the way.
All right, and we've
Hobbits
got
made like bunnies.
ready for it. It is a 5, Mark. Not too bad.
Not bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
And so you avoid that. He swings it over your head. You duck away, and then 2 on Kieran Thier, one with the crazed shield, and 1 hit, and does 12 points with his scimitar.
Damn, another one.
Flash.
You guys are
And
cleaning up and I'm getting cleaned up.
1 on Talsrit. There's only 1 left on him because he annihilated 1. A 10 missed you. And
Nice.
I think that's no, there's 1 bowman left. He's firing on Armir. 10. He did not like the lightning, evidently. He's still twitchy. And then it is Talsrit.
I will push again on the
Okay.
one that's in front of me.
Are you putting a point in as well into the blade?
Yes. Yes.
If you hit, you'll do 40.
Yeah. No, actually. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Yeah.
He's the only
1.
one left.
Do
Oh,
it again.
2.
There you
That's-
go.
that's a crit.
Is
What do
something,
we
right?
got? Yeah.
Yeah,
roll
Matt
again.
roll
We
again.
have a 10.
Dead.
Instant death.
Instant death. You put it through him, and you can see roots grow out of his body, expanding out into a small tree, just with skeletal.
He just like
bone.
turns into a tree.
That's horrible. Well, that's a way to go.
It's a bad way to go.
And
Not as bad as it's burning up from the inside, but it's still pretty bad.
Still pretty bad.
Armir, he draws out his bow with quick and quickly knocks an arrow and fires it at the one that he knows where it is and hits it with a 2. It hits him for 14 points. He was already wounded, catches him in the eye. He falls backwards into the ferns, and he is done, meaning the only ones left are 2 on Karen Thier. So we'll go top of the order, Dromer.
Mind if I step in here, Karen? There.
Please. I can't seem to get
Please.
past this hide shield.
That's a 5.
It's all ratty and stinky.
It's a double 7. That's 14, 19
Use the other
points.
side of the blade. It's the sharp side, not the dull side.
Not the dull side.
You
Oh,
kill
I'm
the
holding it
shield,
the wrong way.
the shield wielder. He falls.
Well, that wasn't that tough.
And Karen Thier, you are next.
All right, I'm going to push.
Okay.
Hit with a 9, thank God. That's +3. Still not great. 9 and 3 is 12, and 3 is 15.
There you go. So you-
Does it? No, 6. No, that does it exactly. Yeah, 14. But he kills him.
Get off.
As you drop, you can see a gust of wind blows through the leaves after your strike, and the area is now dark and quiet. Is everyone all right?
I'm bleeding a little bit over here.
I'd like to heal myself.
Nothing that won't heal on its own, but if you want to throw the bonus on, go ahead.
That was
They can
quite
do
enjoyable.
do 2 healing checks. Yeah.
Yeah, so the one on me, I got a 2. And the one on Talos, I got a 10. Sorry.
Of course.
Ow, ow,
Oh,
the other arm, the
jeez.
other arm.
I only
So
recently picked up healing.
you get 2 back for Karen Deer, but Talzric gets nothing as you treat him, but it is not a viable treatment, unfortunately.
Do we have anything left that can heal?
Karen there had some leaves of some sort.
Right, if he wanted to use those, were they bulbs or something
How
like
many
that?
wounds do you have, Simon?
2.
2.
But
Yeah,
I'll
I would
heal that.
definitely.
I'll heal that. in
Well,
2.
you want to get rid of at least one of them,
All right.
Okay.
because
Yeah.
otherwise he's at +1.
I can't remember the name of them. They start with an R, but
Oh, yeah, I've got it. They are
Cloves.
Reglan cloves.
there it is. Yeah.
Cloves, yeah. So that gives
So
him back
we are-
1.
So I'll eat one of those. Okay.
All right, then you get
And
back
then you
1
can-
wound.
And then you
Ah,
can heal the
Talzrid-
next one.
You know this bodes ill, as orcs in these numbers haven't been seen in the Greenwood since before the Battle of 5 Armies. You see, you now feel the need to certainly press forward toward the brown clearing, hoping that you can catch those that you you know to be there. However, to do
Worse than
so,
I thought.
would require everyone to make a physical save, which obviously I'll roll for you if you want to, because you would be trying to go through the night instead of taking a camp here, since it's already in the evening by the time you were set upon by these orcs in the ambush. Is that yay, nay?
Yeah.
I think we need to keep going.
All right. So we'll go first. I'll roll for Karen Thier. 4. Think you're gonna make it. Milo, 5.
Yep.
Probably gonna make it. Inzil, 7. What's your physical save? You
9.
good?
Oh, my physical
9.
save. Sorry, 6.
Your physical save is 6?
Mm-hmm.
Then you are feeling the burn. She is woozy from the effects of moving this long without proper rest. Dromer, 5. Talzrit, 1. He feels nothing from he could run all day with his wound. And Armir,
Come
6.
on!
Makes it so.
Why is everyone so slow?
Keep up now. We've got to
can
meet
see,
Legolas.
The lady Inzil is lagging behind. She seems to have grown quite.
I do one of the
quite
like
pale and
backwards
winded.
jogs back to her. Come on. Keep up now. What's the problem?
You
Karen,
know,
bring one of those cloves.
dresses are not the greatest travel gear, you know.
Right.
You get soaked with so much blood, it weighs you down, you know.
Oh, that's truly horrible.
So you're to assuage that, you will be forced to take at least a partial rest here, trying to let her recover some strength and let her get a quick nap. That will give, however, taking such a nap will give everyone their CCV back if that matters to anyone. But you will not recover any wounds from the rest because it's too short, because you will be wanting to move forward. And you are taking that rest. I'll have this is an interesting thing that we've gone through here. This is Joe, I think you've got the party's stealth is 7.
I
Was
think
it?
it's
Yeah, I'm
7.
gonna say it's 7.
Right. Do you have that written down somewhere? So that's not in accordance, but we're gonna do a party awareness. Do we have the party awareness?
No.
No.
So write this down, Joe. I've got an awareness of, and when you do the awareness, we'll just take your RS. So 7 for Armir.
Okay.
Talsrit, what's your awareness?
7.
Okay.
RS or TS?
RS.
7.
It's group. Enzo?
9.
Wow.
Yeah, mine's a primary. So
Milo?
Okay.
Can't hear you, Mark, if you're there.
Sorry. What was it? I'm sorry.
Awareness for Milo. His
That's what
RS.
I thought. 7.
Okay. And Karen Thier.
9.
9. So that is everybody. So that total divided by 6, and what's our party awareness?
8.
8.
Yeah, 48
So,
divided by 8.
That's pretty darn good.
right. So that's very good. Roll a D10.
A 1.
Yeah.
So that's 9.
Laser eyes.
No one's sleeping here.
All right. You are trying to get some sleep. At least the humans are. We'll say that the 2 people that are up watching over everyone right now will be Karen Thier and Talsrit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do.
While they
I'll do
sit
one of
up,
these.
Karen Thier tries to explain RS and TS to Talsrit. No fucking avail. I'm like, it's like I have dyslexia for this piece of paper.
It does
Just
not
that
work.
piece.
It does not work for you. I will absolutely agree with that. This system is not your friend. So Karen Thier, you are contemplating the
Silmaril.
the Silmarils or something. Trying to prepare yourself to tell another tale after you were just shown up so badly by Armir's tale of lost love.
I haven't even gotten to that part yet.
And you're thinking about that. And Talsrit, however, you are polishing your harp.
I'm just over in the corner polishing my lute. Don't look at me.
a euphemism or
And you're gonna get a grapple.
And
So
I'm going to be grappled, or I find a convenient grapple.
you are going to be grappled. So I need you to roll your do you have combat hand to hand?
I do not.
All right. What is your physical?
12.
Minus, so your top is 3. So I need your level, which is 8. Are you 8?
Yep.
Yeah. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus a D10 is what you're rolling.
9. So 20.
Wow. Good. And these are 2.
And I keto that shit.
2, 8, 10. Well. All right. You are like I said, polishing the harp, and a thick webbing comes down to from the eaves above and tries to attach itself to you. You do not, however, you're able to get out of its way or tear through it before it can get you grappled. Caranthir, same thing happens to you, but it misses you completely and comes down. However, you see the people that are sleeping, you can see webbing comes down to fall upon all of them.
God. Shadows of Ungoliant.
And,
Oh.
and you will, and it's a knit, at least for Talsrit and Caranthir.
Another 10.
Okay, Talsrit.
Oh, I actually rolled well this time. That's 12.
Okay.
I've had shitty in it like this whole campaign. Except that one time.
All right. Let's see. 7. First person to go is Talsrit. What is your first thing you do?
I shout, spiders! Some
All
kind
right.
of disgusting insect, and I kind of move away, looking up, like draw my bow, moving away, and I'm just like trying to rouse everyone.
Okay, make an awareness roll.
3. Awareness is
you can see available targets in the trees with your elven sight. You see 4 of them.
Can I shoot at? Are they attack? Like, are they motioning to attack, or are they?
They're giant spiders. You know them well, being from the Greenwood. So yeah, you're assuming they're gonna.
Okay, so
try
they're
to
always
wrap and kill everyone.
evil. It's not like it's web or something.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can
Some
heroic
elf.
hail.
All right. Well, then I will do a hail as I sort of walk backwards, looking up. I'll do a hail. What's it called? Heroic hail, and try to get the 4 that I see.
They have a DT of 2, so you need 7.
So I need 7. That's a 3. Do you want me to do the damage individually or see how many I hit first?
Let's see how many you hit. Then
Okay, so that's 1. That's a 6. That's a second.
Okay.
4 hits a third, and 6 hits a fourth. So I get all 4 of them.
Okay. Just roll
so
once. We're gonna see what you do. What damage you do.
Okay. And I'll just use my regular arrows. 2d10 plus 1. So 8 and 5 is 13, 14 on the first one.
Well, we're just gonna take it all. So you kill 4 of them.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah. With that hail. You see 4 of them curl up and fall out of the trees to drop down below. Everyone else hears this, but you will need to make a grapple. You need to break the grapple, and your target number is going to be 19 to break the grapple of the webs that are currently on you. But before that happens, we'll take Caranthir, your action.
Do I make an awareness to see how many I can see?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, with a 6.
Okay. You make out 3 in the trees that you can currently see from your position.
Okay. I'm gonna blast 3 of them with the secret fire.
Oh, you hold up
Be
your
gone!
staff.
And this is a casting 3. And sorry, I'm doing medium or heavy. Whenever I'm going against multiples, I'm going to go heavy.
All right. That will take up your next action, though. Remember that.
Yeah. So 18 points to those 3.
You have to hit.
Thought I had to make a casting.
You do have to make a casting, but the casting check is the hit on each one. So basically, you're.
Oh, so the first one was a 4.
Yep.
Second one is a 7.
Yep.
Second one, the third one is a 7.
So you kill 3. They screech and flame and fall out of the trees. Then it is to everyone else. So you're looking for, if you do not have combat hand to hand, it's your straight physical -5, maximum 3. So if you have an 8 or more in physical, you're getting a 3.
Last,
So
I think the DM has found our weakness. Hand to hand.
Yep.
Right. So it's 3. Typically for everyone, it's going to be 3 plus your level, which is 8, so 11 plus a D10. So you're basically, and you need a 19.
11, so I need an 8 or better.
Right. So everyone's probably going to need an 8 or better, except for maybe Dromer if he has hand to hand. I don't know.
Dromer's got hand to hand.
Nice.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
So you use your hand to hand
Hand to hand plus my level.
Yeah,
plus your level plus a D10.
plus a
yeah.
D10.
Because even if I take 5 away from my strength, that's still at 9, which is actually better.
No, you can't. The maximum is 3.
It would be maximum 3
maximum is
without
3,
the
okay.
skill.
Max 3. That's why everyone's getting 3. Yeah.
Okay, so 7, 15.
So
I
the
need,
rest of us suck.
Right.
we need 19.
Speak for yourself. I just shot 4 of them.
I'm looking for a 4. And that's a 9, so I got it.
Well, you weren't included in that, so
Right. So Armir is currently held. Inzil, you're held.
Absolutely. I rolled a 1.
Absolutely held.
I have to roll yet.
Okay.
I got an
Milo.
8, which does it.
Son of a
barely.
bastard. Cut himself out.
Flippy little shit.
Hobbit strength.
He
I
slides
don't know
out.
if I can get it without there.
Hey,
So-
you're good.
Got it. So, and Dromer rips himself out. So, you guys will get a knit. So, a knit for Milo, please, and a knit for Dromer.
Milo got an 8 plus 3, 11 for a net.
Let's see
Okay,
here.
and Dromer.
Drummer got a 8.
Okay, but before anyone gets to go, the rest of the spiders get to go. You can see 4 medium, pretty good sized spiders. I mean, they're medium sized spiders, but they're of good size. Fall out of the trees, attacking, and then you can see 4 that are even larger come through the brush, stalking their way
Lovely.
in at everyone there.
Terrestrial spiders.
And so we'll see who they're going for here. First one wants Dromer. That's a medium coming out of a tree. Next one wants Dromer. They must like those juicy dwarves. Next one wants Inzil, who's held. You can see it just rushes over and starts spinning her up so it can carry her away. The next one does Armir the same way. Oh, that's not good. Starts flipping him over to spin him up. Talsrit, big one on Talsrit. Big one or 2 big ones on Talsrit. They do not like
Why not?
the elf. And 1 big one on Milo. No. So 2 on Dromer. See how these go. And 1 is going to hit you, Dromer, with a 3. And he bites.
Ooh.
Push. And you can see he does 16. Chunk.
So close.
Oh, the dwarf lets out a call.
That new armor needs a 17.
All right. And the 1 on Inzel spins her, 1 on Armir spins him, 2 on Talsrit. These are the big ones. Trying to rip him apart. 1 and a 9. The 1 is a 3, it's confirmed,
Ugh.
and a 7.
That's big.
Plus 2 extra D10. Talsrit takes a nasty bite. for 17, 21, 25 points.
Oh, shit.
And you have your physical save minus
Two.
3. What's your physical save?
9.
So 6. A 3, make it. So you do not get poisoned or paralyzed.
I took 2 wounds.
It slashes,
top of
it
my other
bites
one.
into you. And Milo, no, no, it gets you with a 3.
Of
Bites
course he
Milo.
does.
And 7, only 7 points. Does that go over your?
No, 10 wound threshold.
So you don't take the poison damage as stuff squirts out at you, kind of like the dwarf, but doesn't get through.
Ah,
And that is that.
get it
So
away.
back to the top of the order. First person is Talazrit. You have 2 huge ones on you. You just got bit.
So they're right. Yeah, we're getting bit. So I'm right in it. So I can't use my bow. So I have quick, I have quick so that I can switch
Your blade, yeah.
blade, right? So I'm gonna take out the blade and take a swing, and I will use a CCV. Can I use 2?
No.
Okay.
Just 1 per.
All right.
Only
So I
person
will
that can
use.
use rolls is Armir, because Aglin can use his can do up to a heavy.
Gotcha. All right. So I'll just use 1, but to hit, so I get a 7, which is my melee.
They got a DT. They got a DT of 2, so you need a 5.
So I need a 5.
It wards you away with one of
Okay.
its
So
long
I missed then.
legs. Clang. Next person to go is Milo at 10 or 11. There's a big one on you.
I'm gonna push this attack.
Yeah.
What's their
2.
DT?
Oh, I
2.
think it's 2.
It's 2. All spiders are 2.
So 7 or less. 3.
Okay.
So 2d10 plus 3 damage. 10 and 2, 12 plus 3, 15.
15 is 1 wound. Was that a push, you said?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
All
I
right.
don't get an attack next
Slash
round.
across one of its big legs. It bleeds, but now you're out of position. We'll go Caranthir.
I had
Yeah.
a heavy last round.
That's true. Inzil, you're being spun up, but that doesn't mean you couldn't have an action of a spell if you wanted to use a spell. I don't know what you. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. That's all I'm saying.
Uh,
How about repel spider?
uh, no, I'm not gonna use that right now.
Okay.
I'll just
So you
wait.
get you feel sickness
Just wait.
as you are
Good.
spun around, and the world goes dark as it gets around your face and spins you up into a immovable.
God, you talk about
Side.
terrifying feeling.
That'd be horrible.
It's getting darker and darker.
Armir, he has got got no spells. He doesn't have access to his blade. Not much he can do. So unless I want to spend a fated point. No, I'll save it. At least this round. So Caranthir push, so it's back to it's actually Dromer's, then it's theirs.
Okay. You said I've got 2 on me, right?
Yeah, two of the medium great spiders. Yeah. Will he be tasty? I'm sure he will.
That's a 6 to hit, so
I
that'll hit.
hated those spiders.
They're the best. How could you not love them?
7
What
and 8,
is it? It hurts us.
15, 20 points.
20 points. That kills one of them. Drive your axe into its head. The whole world. Whenever they died, remember how the world went all kinds of funky marks? You remember that animation?
Yeah, that was Boxy.
They'd
Boxy.
spin those spiders. Next person to go then is them. So one on Dromer. Well, they both
I think
pushed.
that was
so-
Bakshi, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's Rankin and Bass. That's who did that.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right.
All right.
Basky did Lord of the Rings, the one that's like animated over actual people.
Right. The motion capture.
Yeah. Next person is Enzo. Yeah, you feel yourself being moved. And then so does Armir. Talazrit still has 2 on him. You pushed.
I
So
did not
you're
push. I did not.
oh, I thought you just used the
Very specifically did not. I did not want to waste
okay,
it.
so you're not negative. So you're
I
3.
did use the CCV, but I did push. So I'm going to attack
there's-
again.
No, it's not yours. It's theirs on you.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
was calculating your DT, but your DT is not down because you didn't push. So they both go against you. A 9 and a 5. The 5 is going to hit you,
Is
and it's going to do 14 points.
it's 1. I'm down. I'm at 4.
And your saving throw is a 7. What's your
9.
phys- 9 minus 3? So you needed a 6 or less. So you take.
Well, hold on.
That's a big spider.
These are evil. These are like evil, vile creatures, right?
True.
So he gets a +1 on that roll if they're of the darkness.
So he's at -2, 7. So he just
He
made
made
it with a 7
Yeah.
because of the presence of the Noldor. All
the
right, so you
Noldor.
don't take anything from that.
Sweet.
The power of the pretty compels them.
Yeah. Then there's one on Milo. And Milo did push, so he's at -1 to his DT, and I got another
Yep.
1 on him.
Of course.
No crit though.
I
Oh,
was
the
gonna say,
thing.
looks like I'll be spending.
But he does 17 points to you, and your save is a 3, so you made it.
Okay,
But 17 points is gonna hurt. Then it goes back
yeah,
to
that's a wound.
top of the order. Halsrit.
Okay, so I will try to attack the other one. The 4, that is a hit because I need a 5. And I'm using the CCV, so that's 3d10. No. Yeah, 3d10 plus 4. 7. 1 is 8. Oh, 9 is 17 plus 4 is 23. 21.
21 points. That's 2 wounds.
Sweet.
It screeches, but it's still up. Didn't like that. And then it is
So
Milo's. You pushed.
Yeah, we already said that.
Karen Theory, you're back.
So are both Aramir and Enzel being dragged away?
Yes.
And I'm sure they're in 2 different directions, probably.
They are actually right next to each other.
I'm going to cast another heavy on the 2 that are on them.
Okay.
So the first one, 3 will hit, and the second one, a 9. I don't know if they have DT.
You have 2 DT, so you missed the one on Armir, but you did get the one on Enzo.
Okay. Oh, nice. 19.
You killed the one on Enzel, so it drops her.
Ow.
So Enzel, you roll free and feel that you are no longer being dragged, but you're still in that. You can try again to break free. So you need a 8, 9, or 10 on a D10 to get out.
Okay.
I'll say a 1. Is that another one?
Again. Again.
oh my gosh.
Armir is actually going to spend a fate for it to drop him after the fire hits it and it blinds it. 3 points, 3 fated points drop off of me, leaving me with 11. But it drops Armir. His body rolls back, still bundled up from it as it hisses when the fire, secret fire goes past it. And then it is Dromer, then them.
They got the one on me. That's a 1. So I'll use a charge on my belt to auto confirm.
Okay.
for a 10.
And it's
Sweet.
dead.
He
It
did.
screeches as you're able to kill it. And that just leaves 4 of the big ones left. 2 of those being wounded, one still screeching from being blinded a little bit. And but it is their attacks. The one that dropped Armir is going to go after Caranthir, who's been lighting up the sky. It does not like you. It's going to charge you and it's going to push because it
Okay.
really don't like you.
They didn't like the light.
Gets a 3, so it's gonna.
Blinded by the light.
It comes forward and bites you for 23 points.
Good God.
Ow.
That's just one wound.
And 9 for your save. So you're gonna take 2 wounds from the poison and you drop paralyzed.
Oh shit.
Ugh.
Jesus. That's
Unless
with
you
my
want-
+1.
Unless you want to spend a faded point. Or faded
Let's spend a faded point.
Okay.
Because I'm also paralyzed.
6. All right, so
Nice.
that you're able to block it with your staff, keeping it at bay as it tries to bite through you, and you kind of Toro it as it comes past.
Back fell creature.
2 still on Talsrit. Still trying to drop him. 1 does hit with a 2.
God damn it.
Doing
This-
10 points. Does that get through?
It does not.
Okay, so you don't have to make
Holy
a
shit.
save. And
I'm staggering here. I got 4 wounds, so I'm like two-handed that sword, just swinging it back and forth in front of me.
sorry, 1 at Milo. Hits Milo with a 2. And does 18 points.
Gee.
Jesus
And Milo
Christ,
makes
dude.
makes the save with a 2.
Well, so much for staying unwounded.
You will make a tasty morsel. It's trying to goodbye.
Freaking spiders.
Freaking spiders. All right. Then it is Armir who's out because he can't. All right, I guess I could try to rip free. 5 does not do it. Then it goes back to the top of the order, Talazrit, who's bleeding profusely.
I will swing again on I guess the wounded one. I'll keep my head enough to focus on the wounded one. I have 4 wounds now, so what does that do to my
-2.
You're
-2, so
-2,
I-
but you're only a plus. You're -1 overall. So normally you need a 7. Now you need a 6. They have 2 DT, so you need a 4 or less.
Right. Nope.
Swings, but he's bleeding profusely. Ah,
It's bad.
the world sways a bit. The next person to go is Milo. You can't attack now. You can push again. Milo bleeding profusely as it's touching you with its big front, trying to see if you're juicy.
This one had second breakfast today.
Yeah, hobbits are just like snacks.
Yeah. I can't hear your Mark if you've got your thing up or down. I don't know if you're saying anything.
I said I got a TS of 12, so I don't have to worry about the wound affecting.
True enough.
So I still need a 7 or less. And I got a 6.
Nice.
Ah. So, since that's pushed, I do 2d10 plus 3. And I get a 10 and a 2, 15 more points. Same damage I did last time.
Another wound.
Stupid thing still not dead.
Nope, 2 of them have 2 wounds on the
Blow
big
me,
ones.
Taylor.
Will it be tasty?
This shit just got real.
The next person to go is Karen
Freaking
Theater.
Taylor spite.
And hobbits friggin' hate spiders. Caranthir pushed. He did it heavy.
Oh, that's true. Inzil, you can try to break free or do something else.
If I roll another one, I swear Hey, that's an 8.
Hey, that
there you
breaks
go.
3.
Hey.
You pull yourself free of the spider silk. Feeling disgusting as you pull yourself out of it, but you are freed of the the silk. Armir, he'll try the same thing. 10, he gets out too. As you both emerge from your cocoons of white silk, your sticky white silk, and then it is Dromer, and then
He's gonna go
Dromer,
help.
there's an unwounded one on Talsrit and a wounded one on Talsrit, a wounded one on Milo, and an unwounded one on Caranthir.
He's gonna try and help Talsrit since he's got 2.
Poor Milo. No one cares about that.
Of course not.
That's a 3 to hit, so that hits. Or see here, 9 and 6 is 15. 20 points.
Those 2 wounds. Still up. And then it is theirs. One on Caranthir. Well, he pushed last round. He just missed because you
Oh, that's right.
hesitated. The one on Talsrit, a 4, and that's gonna hit you.
I'm going to use a faded whatever.
Okay. Faded 6.
Oof, okay. I have 8, so I'm down to 2.
And Dromer is on Dromer. He's gonna push because he doesn't like the armored dwarf. And he hits with a 3. And Dromer gets hit for 16, 22 points.
1 wound.
Dromer's save is a 2, so he doesn't take any poison damage, but he does take a wound. And then the one on Milo.
Of course.
No, a 1.
It's like 3 1s on
I
him.
told you, Taylor Spite.
No, a 5, no critical. And he does 13 points.
You just wait till the next time I GM. Because you know it's going to happen. And you know you're going to pay for it.
And you get a that means you have to roll a save.
How
And
many
your save
points?
is 2s. So you make your save.
How many points was it?
13.
Just you son of brass and double cross.
How many wounds are you at?
3 out of 5 though.
And
I said, well, I mean, whoa.
that is all of them. So then we go to Enzo, why don't you roll in a knit for me, and Armir roll in a knit, then we'll see what everybody's at. Armir's gets a 6.
Oh, 7. Sorry.
7 for Enzo. All right. So back to the top of the order. Talsrit. You need a 4 or less.
Yeah, well, I'll attack the same one that's in front of me. Wait, did one of them get killed?
No, one of them moved to attack or Dromer. So you've still only got 1 attacking you, yeah.
I will attack that one with a 3. And that is a hit.
Yay.
So 6 and 9 is 15. And 1 is 16 plus 4 is 20.
Killed it.
Nice.
Down it goes. Then it is Milo's. You pushed.
Yep.
Caranthir, you're coming out of a push, so you should be ready to go.
So Milo is.
You.
Oh, there's still one on me. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, because he pushed 2.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, we're gonna go heavy. 3 will hit. Come on, do some damage. Oh, nice. 17, 20 points.
2 wounds.
He's a
That
minus
takes
1.
that. Next person to go is Dromer.
Got the 1 on me.
There ain't no bugs on me. There ain't no bugs on me.
That is a 6 to hit, so that hits.
Might be bugs. Some
So-
bugs.
13 and 5, 18 points.
Killed it. Enzel.
How's everything looking?
There's
What
a
do we
heavily
got?
wounded one on Caranthir and a heavily wounded one on Milo.
I'm gonna go after the one on Milo.
Woo!
Right?
Help out a little bit.
She likes me. She likes me.
Someone
All
likes it.
right.
Screw
That's a
you, Taylor.
4. I assume that hits.
Yeah, they got a 2DT, so you should be all right.
Okay. Can I do a smite and the fire on the sword?
Please.
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
You have
let's
to
do that.
you have to make a casting check, but yeah, you can.
Right. That's a 9, so that's good.
Okay.
All right, so that's 3d10. 8. 18.
You're
Looks
gonna
like.
whoop this one.
Yeah, I think this one's gonna
Yeah,
curl up into a little
that's
How many
flip
points did you
over, and
do?
his little legs are
8.
gonna curl up
18.
18, that kills it.
like a good dead spider.
Oh,
Flips over
no, yeah, no, that's right.
its legs.
No, that
Yeah,
wasn't right because I also did fire, but it doesn't matter because it's dead.
it's dead, yeah. You set it aflame with a blue flame. And then it is the last attack on Caranthir. You can see it moves forward, charging again, pushing its last attack with all of its
We've both
hate.
been pushing.
And it gets you with a 4. Swoosh. And it does 20 points.
That's a wound.
And your save is a 9. So that is going to fail because it's -3 plus 1, so you're -2. So you take 2 wounds and are down paralyzed. 2 more wounds.
Okay.
You see it gets him, pierces him, he lets out a cry of pain. And then I guess the last person to go is Armir.
I know I'm paralyzed, so I go,
And Armir wons it, but no
Ugh.
critical. And does 20 points and killed it.
Kill it. Yay.
It drops you as you're frozen there.
couldn't have done that a second earlier.
Covered in goo and webbing and dead spiders.
I don't know if we have anything.
Hell of
To
a
do.
party.
I hate spiders.
Didn't we pick up something that neutralizes poison?
Neutralizes poison? I don't know.
Yeah, I thought we picked up something somewhere, but
Brent
Feel
would
like
probably
that
have
was.
it.
I feel like that was Temple of Elemental Evil.
Yeah, they're
maybe.
periapt. We had a periapt versus poison in that. That's for
Yeah.
You're sitting there in the gloom and the darkness, looking things over, trying to
I'd tell a
make
campfire story if I could.
Just sit you up like a statue.
And then you can see after about 3 or 4 minutes of you trying to make sense the situation, take care of Caranthir, a figure appears almost out of the gloom. You can see as a human with gray bearded. He wears brown robes with a knitted cap with a long tassel. He has a gnarled staff, and he smiles at you. Ah, I see I'm
Radagast?
not the only one hunting these foul creatures inside the southern end of the Greenwood.
nasty little critters.
And do you know who he is? Talazrit?
Is it Radagast?
Yeah, it's Radagast the Brown.
Yeah. I hail him as best I can, leaning on my sword, sort of staggering over to greet him with my 4 wounds.
While they have taken the worst of it, you all look to have been hard pressed as well.
It-
And
been a
what of our
difficult 2
nobler
minutes.
friend? You can see he goes over and look at it. Oh, yes. You can see he goes over and whispers some words over you. and then waves along, and the poison leaves you.
Bump.
And have you come to the Greenwoods on purpose or on mission?
We seek the brown. What was the brown? What?
The Brown Clearing, which is his house,
Brown-
is where we're trying to get to.
Yeah,
Oh.
to reconnoiter with Legolas and bring him information, but it's much, much worse than we thought. The orcs are everywhere, and now these spiders have overrun.
Yes, yes, very true. But we cannot stay here long. Follow me if you can.
I'll limp along best we can. Come, follow Radagast, my friends. Caranthir, you must know of him.
I've never met him, but I know of him.
Oh, Radagast.
He is-
Caranthir, Radagast.
You are one of the Maya.
Guarantee.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah. I come from the land across the sea,
I come
but so do you, Caranthir, the Black. Isn't that what they call it?
I'm either Caranthir the Black or Caranthir. Carnisteer is my mother name, and that means red faced. So, like, I've got a pissed off complexion.
That's all the time.
In my
This
first
is
life,
awkward.
in my
It's
first
not
life,
Ramu. It's not Ramu, the storm. But yeah, it's okay. It's pretty cool.
yeah, my first life, I was a dick.
A dick.
You
I'm
can
sure he
say
knows
that
you.
lightly. Jesus, he was a total dick. Caring through the dark.
The dark, yeah.
Yep.
All right. You follow Radagast for a couple hours.
The most quick-tempered and fell, according to the book.
Yep.
Until you finally enter the Brown Clearing. When you will see a strange treehouse amid a gathering of animals, including a large black bear, several huge deer, two large yellow foxes, and dozens of birds that flitter about, including owls in the night here, around this strange house that reminds you of the stories you've heard of the elven halls of Lorien. The animals part ways as you pass, but their eyes are all keenly intelligent in the moonlight that is provided by the clearing from the trees around it. When you get inside, Radagast takes off his hat and begins making a tea from a set of dwarven silver pots, and then serves it to you in elven clay-fired cups with delicate flower designs in them. Everyone gets a wound back from drinking the tea.
Delicious as always, my old friend. You
It
added
is good to
something
see
new.
Talsrid.
Is it cinnamon I taste?
You have good wits about you. Yes, traded from the north. So much has opened up since that dreadful battle.
I've always appreciated that your healing potions, you consider the flavor as well as the potency.
I do try.
I've had many that tasted like rat piss.
No offense,
Good-
Caranthir. No
Good,
offense.
good Talsrid. Talsrid, why do you drink rat piss?
It was one time
How do you know?
College. on a dare. Elrond,
right.
you son of a bitch, I'll never forget you.
He talks a bit, hearing your tale and what brings you here, and then relays the following to you. While the White Council expelled the necromancer from his home in Dol Guldur many decades ago, there is a new menace growing there in recent years. I took counsel with King Thranduil, and he decided to send his son, Legolas, as you know, to destroy the new shadow before it could take full hold. I cannot say if the prince was successful, but I did hear reports from my friends among the animals that the battle was fought in the old ruin 2 nights ago, and afterwards a group of elves moved north, while scattered bands of orcs and spiders slunk away to the south, of those I've been hunting, and you, unfortunately, ran into. Thus, I have been looking to purge my wood of these creatures this last day, and thank you for your service, certainly. Although now I fear, after doing some tracking, in the Ungo Uneque, the Shadow Hollow, that something dreadful must have escaped that fortress and taken refuge there amid the gathering of fell spiders as thick as any as I have seen in my time here. If Lord Legolas has trusted you with the service of the mission in Strayhold, then perhaps you might continue continue the call to deal with whatever escaped those elven purges in Dol Guldur. Certainly, leaving such a thing to fester and grow would be of no good service or purpose at all, especially with the news of the rekindling of hostilities between the alliance of Thranduil, Dain, and Bard II, with the orcs of Gundabad in the north, while darkness also creeps across the marshlands in Daggerlad right to the very doorstep of the Greenwood and the Greenwood's southern borders. I will continue to work as I can here. But I would urge you, can you help? Will you go to the Shadow Hollow and see what has come out of the fortress and is now lays in wait there?
I don't know.
Thrilling as that all sounds.
We've had a rough night.
Perhaps a pause. Don't we need to get our information to Legolas? The note.
If you can track, if you will be able to track him, for they've already investigated the fortress, as the animals have told me, and moved north, I assume, to report back to Thranduil.
Well then, I suppose this information can wait to help a good friend. What say you?
If you give me the information as well, I could send it via bird. If it must go to the king.
I'll hand him the note immediately.
Radagast is trustworthy to the end.
All right.
Right. Well, in that case, Caranthir, what are your thoughts? Dromer?
We must. I've sat idle in this world too long.
I see no other solution than to go, assuming we can get some rest here and perhaps more healing before taking on such a journey.
Yeah, you heal me and we'll talk.
Just a night's rest and maybe a fine wine if you have it.
I do have some collections. All right. If you choose to go, as I assume you will, then yes, you will get fully healed that evening from him through various potions and such, and get a night's sleep, which will recover your CCV.
Yeah. Can I make some arrows too?
Yes, you may.
Oh, before I give the note over, or before he sends it off, I want to make a copy of that map and the ambush points, so we know.
Right.
Nothing like giving the map away and then not knowing where the ambush points are.
Like, oh wait, we should probably know that information.
All right. Everyone will get 1460 experience, 1,460.
Should put us up.
Everybody but Milo probably will go up.
We have 14.
And that's where I will stop the recording for this evening.
Yeah. Well, it caps us at 1,600.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
16.